What's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Now, we're playing with some sleds today. Well, not sleds, but my sled. If you're new to the channel, we just picked this thing up from First Choice. 2021 Maverick XMR Sport. This thing is a monster. We got our 30x10 Assassinators on there. Mint unit. But it's not a Maverick focus today. We are working on our sled. This thing, little history on this. It's a 2018 850. It was a 165. It's got a 146 cooler that we swapped into it, a 154 3-inch track, and it's also got a Silver's turbo running about 6 pounds of boost right now. We got to get this prepped because we will be going sledding very, very soon to the mountains in British Columbia. We got a few things. We're going to go through it today, just check it, grease it, kind of show you guys what I do for my winter checks for, you know, the first ride of the season. Plus, we got some new skis for it, because if you look at these things, this one's actually not too bad, but it's fairly bent. This one over here, it's super bent. So, I got a box right here, so let's get that unboxed. Alright, so we got 2 skis. These are the new freeride skis. Part number if you want. These are gray. I don't know what color they're showing up, but they are gray. Then, see what else we got in the box. Don't mind the baby bell. So, we're going with, these are the race orange handles. Part number on those, right there, so you know. So when you buy these skis, or if you buy skis, new ski rubbers, I just went with the factory ones. I quite like those. I know guys will upgrade them, but screw it, we got what we got. And then you want to get this rivet kit. That's how these skis are going to go together. So you want 2 of these kits. There's your part number. They come with 4 pushing rivets. So, with that, you have the prices. This is what I ended up paying from First Choice. There's all your numbers. This is all in Canadian. I also bought a jug of oil, so just so you know. It's 148 bucks for the skis a piece, 35 bucks for the handle, and the rivet kit is $15. Fairly decent kind of thing. So, what you want to do, take your ski, then take your ski handle. They just fit into there. And then, you take your rivets. I believe you just give them a good old whack, push them in. So, probably you want to do this side first. How are we going to do this? I don't know if hitting them will work. We might want to actually press these in using the vise. So I'll set up and I'll do it that way. So I just tried one of those, pressed it in. It actually worked out not too bad, so I'll show you how I did that. So you got short rivets, right? You got a short and you got a long. I'll show you the difference here. So you got short one, you got a long one. There's quite a bit of a difference there. So your short ones are for the top of the ski. The bottom ones are the fat part. So you take your vise. Mine's all squeaky. Do that. And just put your rivet in there. Get it somewhat squared away. and then just press away. It doesn't take a lot of force. And there we go. Pressed in, nice and tight. So we're going to do the same thing with the bottom ones. I hope this vise will open up enough for that, but we'll find out here shortly. Alright, so we got our old skis we just pulled off. We got the new skis sitting here. So what we want to pull off now from our old ones, we'll be pulling the carbides off because they're still actually in not bad condition. And then this nose cone piece we're going to pull off and put on the new ones. Go ahead, buy new ones if you really want. Carbide wise, like, they're, you know, not perfect. They're a little bent. We'll straighten them up, but my skis don't touch the ground all of that much anyways, so we're just gonna run these. So to pull these little deals off, you want a 4mm or a 5/32 Allen key, and then just a 10mm socket. And they're not overly tight, so it shouldn't be too hard to get these apart. There we go. So nuts out, and then you should just be able to push the bolts out. They might have a little resistance to them just for being hard. Either use a screwdriver or just pry them like I did. And there you go. Your nose cone comes off. So we'll do that for the other one. So there we go. Those are off. Now for the carbide, same kind of thing. There's 2 bolts that hold these ones in, and they look like they should be a 13 or a 14. 13 or a ½ inch you'll want. Use a little weasel piss if you want. And then get your socket stuck. You'll have that issue if you use like a ½ inch instead of a 13mm. The socket will get stuck because it's tight. Kind of like we have here. Oh. Now this should just pop out. If you need, use like a wooden hammer, and then just use the back side of the hammer. Hit on your bolts. You don't want to hit on your threads and destroy them. And just get your screwdriver under there. Work these up. There you go. This ski is junk now. Now I know I'm going to get flack about reusing the carbides. I know, but you know, if you want to save a few $100, you know, why not? When they're actually still not too bad. A little crooked, but pretty good to be honest. I'll just slap these into our new skis. Just like that. These are nuts because fuck it. Now you don't have to go super tight. You just want that sucker to seat, and there you go. New carbides in. It looks like for this we're going to actually have to drill our 2 holes for our things. You can actually see there is little divots already made, so I'll get the other carbide on, and then we'll do our holes. So to do this, put your cap on, give it a good hit like that. Now you're fully back. Take a drill bit that fits inside of those, just like that, just like that. And now you can put your new bolts in. There, reuse your bolts if you want. And then, yeah, just put your nuts on, tighten them up, and there you go. It's a little bit of a tricky thing to get in here. There's one. And I guess to make this easier, you could put your ski tips on before you press the handles on, but we didn't do it that way. So there we go. I just have to tighten up those screws, but there, one ski is complete. Those actually kind of look dope. The gray, the black, and the orange. So I'll get the other one built. We'll get these onto the sled. Now getting the skis back on, I find this actually super easy. So you'll take your new screwdriver, put that in. Now I always start at somewhat of an angle, just enough so you can get your bolt started. And being a new screwdriver, it will fight me a little. So get the bolt to start, and then just pry up on the other side, or let the ski down, like let the sled down on the way to the skis. That also does a really good job at helping. It really, there. I just go tight. You want to see these come together, and then, you know, as long as you got play, you can go a little tighter. But there we go. Now, if you're doing these and your ski bushing on the inside's worn out, change those, of course. Ours, I think, are still fairly good. So I'll put the other ski on, and then, yeah. There we go. New skis are on there. Tell me what you guys think below. Do you like it? Do you know it? I think those look dope. Now, I don't get a lot of questions, but I'm part of the 850 Skidoo page on Facebook. So there's lots of guys always asking, you know, what do I need to do to summarize, or not summarize, but winterize my sled, because it's sat so long. There's, of course, the guys that are like, clean your clutches, change all your fluids, like do that yearly. Yes, that's a good practice. Now, chain case oil, go ahead, change that out. It's cheap, it's easy to do. There's a drain plug on the bottom of the case. You fill it up. But definitely check your oil, chain case. Of course, this is the right hand side. Pull this screw out right here. Check your fluid, see if it's full. That's a good thing to do. Really, other than that, just go through, grease everything. If there's a grease nipple, put grease to it. I use high temp grease, like actual heavy synthetic grease. Lots of people use low temp grease. It doesn't really matter. Grease is grease at the end of the day. What else? Yeah, there's not much to really do on these new things. Just make sure everything's tight. Double check tension, torques, stuff like that. Really, if you were riding it and it felt good when you put it away, add oil, pull it, put oil in it, you know, fire it up, ride it. Like, I could tell you, check everything, clean your clutches, clean your belt, like go through it 100%, but you don't have to. So I have to deal with something quick. Sorry about that. Just had a mouse scurrying through the door there, so I had to take care of him. But yeah, you know what? just ride it. It's the best thing you can do. And yeah, so we're pretty much good to go. I will pull the hood off because I do have a light that's burnt out or disconnected, so I gotta look at that. But pretty much we're ready to go. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked it, be sure to go down, like, subscribe, share the heck out of this. You know what? We got lots of good content coming on the sled, the Maverick. I gotta do some work on the skid steer again. So yeah, stick around. Come back for the next video. We'll see you then.